Hey guys, Mike D here. Hope things are going good. Wanted to show you something based on conversation I had yesterday with someone inquiring about our website and SEO services. They were told by somebody that hey, you don't need to do search engine optimization because you're already listed on page one of Google. And I want to show you the difference based on some research. And I showed this person as well. They were someone in Delaware. I'm just have a client's search terms pulled up here just to show you the difference of a listing and also what we would call page one domination. All right, so I'm doing a search for MMA Gym Albany NY. Okay, now what this person was telling this individual that I was speaking with yesterday, follow along with me, I know there's a lot of moving parts here, was you're already listed. And what this individual that was trying to steer them against search engine optimization was saying you're listed. And he was right, they are listed. They were listed in a, and this is not them, I'm changing the identity to protect the innocent, if you will. This is, again, using an example of a client of ours here. So you have the places listing. All right, now this individual actually dominates the places listing, which is pretty cool. I haven't really seen this happen too often. So anyway, you have the places listing. Now that places listing is going to show up if you have a brick and mortar presence, a physical presence in a town. And if there are, just say, 3 or 4 or 5 in your category, chances are you will show up just with a basic optimized places listing. You will show up in this search with these little A, B, C, this mapping, if you will. So you have to optimize your places listing. I mean, that's a no-brainer regardless of where you are. Now let's get into page one dominance and organic search engine optimization. Just because you have a places listing doesn't mean you're going to show up organically. That has to be done. How your website is built and all the things that happen after your website is built is going to determine if you're going to show up organically. Now, this here, this is the organic listing, okay? This is an example. This does not, Google doesn't have to give this to you. Bing doesn't have to give this to you. This is when you do search engine optimization, you end up with an organic listing. So now you end up with multiple listings. And I was showing this particular individual that you are listed on page one, yes, in your places listing. However, your competitors are listed in the organic. So technically, your competitors have twice the listings you do on page one of Google because they are listed in places and they're listed organically. Now you can see, here's where we get into dominance. We have AdWords, which is a good thing to do for your business. You have an AdWords campaign here. You have an organic here, and then you have places listings. Now underneath this, you see everybody else. You see the competitors, other businesses in this category that are being ranked organically. Okay, so you have remember you have to know the difference between the places listing, which by default, if you have optimized your places listing, you've claimed that listing in Google, and you have a brick and mortar presence in an area, chances are you could be listed here. Right now, there's some other variables that depend on how many in the category and things like that, and then what you do to get your listing in which revealed. Sometimes you may see all the way A through F on these listings here. All right, so in this case we see 3 listings, and again, this is the places listing. You have an AdWords listing, and then you have an organic listing. And what I was trying to explain to this particular person who's considering redoing her website and doing some SEO is that there's a big difference between being listed in your places listing and your Google Plus Places page, your Google listing, if you will, for your brick and mortar store, brick and mortar location, in this case your studio, and being listed organically. So you want to pay attention to both. There are obviously strategies for both, and I don't know, ask yourself if you can have multiple listings on page one, do you think that would be better than just having one listing? That's your call. All right, Mike D, talk to you soon. Stay in touch.